For everyone who has watched my previous video on Mambourin, a housing estate in the west of Melbourne, I thank you for your time, for all the likes and the comments. It has been a huge encouragement for me, and I have been asked to do an update on this estate. In fact, it is one of the most popular estate in one of the fastest growing area in Melbourne. If you are interested in house and land packages in Melbourne, or just interested to know more about property market in Melbourne in general, please continue watching. And if you like what you're watching, don't forget to like my video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hi everyone, my name is Jolene and I'm from ALE Property in Melbourne. We mostly work with foreign investors who are thinking or planning to invest in Australia, particularly in Melbourne. Even if you're just exploring, we're happy to share our thoughts and knowledge with you. For those of you who missed my first video on Mambourin, I have included a link in the description below. Mambourin is part of the fast developing, fast growing Western Growth Corridor in Melbourne. It is strategically located off the Princess Highway. It's in between Melbourne and Geelong. It is also close to the Avalon Airport. That's usually a domestic airport, but AirAsia from Malaysia uses that too. So any flights from KL to Melbourne, the land there. I've also highlighted all the important information you need to know in my previous video, so remember to watch that. There are many new housing estates like Mambourin all around the edges of Melbourne. And as a foreigner, and if you're after a standalone house, these are the type of projects that you'll be looking at, because as a foreigner, you can only buy new properties. So new estates are generally located around the edges of Melbourne. But here's some of the reasons why I particularly like Mambourin among a few others. Here's a list of some of the reasons and important points that I would like to highlight as to why I like Mambourin. Number one, very importantly, reputable developer, and Frasers has always been delivering on time, which is important. It's strategically located between Melbourne and Geelong, well connected with access roads, public transportation. It's a well thought out master plan development that would have private school, clubhouse, parklands, its own town centre, and not to mention that it's going to have a train station next to it, right next to it in the future. Also, it's close to amenities like other schools, shopping centers, medical centers, and etc. And most importantly, it's very close to employment hubs, of which I've also highlighted in my previous video. Here I am standing in front of the Mambourin Clubhouse that's been completed last year and is now open. Next to it is a little cafe you can see behind me, and the clubhouse is just there next to the cafe. So I'll be going to the clubhouse in a bit to film it so I can share it with you how it looks like. And this part of the estate is pretty much done. It's very beautiful, very lovely here. As you can see, lots of greeneries, and the sales office is just there behind me. So we'll have a look at the clubhouse soon.
So we're standing currently in our Mambourin sales office in this part of our estate. We have already delivered our stages 1 to 6 through this section of the estate. We've completed our district park and playground. Our wetlands area is now complete. We'll be announcing our private school later this year, and we will start construction on our retail town centre at the end of next year. And the retail centre will include supermarket, 40 odd specialty shops, cinema, cafe, restaurants, and that will sit alongside our new train station, Mambourin station, that is scheduled for completion in 5 to 7 years. Stage 16 of Mambourin. And these are our future releases for Mambourin. Anything within the orange line is our land estate.
So that was the tour of the clubhouse at Mambourin. Just very quickly, there are about 300 lots left from the total of 1,200 lots in Mambourin. And price has increased on average about 19 to 20% from February last year to this year. That's pretty good local demand here. Apart from that, the school will be announced this year, the private school. The retail center will be released from 2023, and the train station, well, that has been delayed a little bit to another 5 to 7 years. But when the train station is finally completed, from past experience, we foresee that the land prices here or house prices here will jump significantly. I hope you have enjoyed the video, and I am definitely delighted with all the progress made in Mambourin during each of my visits. But there's one important thing I need to highlight to you. Land stocks are very limited in Mambourin right now. The developer releases like between 15 to 20 lots each time, once every, say, 3 to 4 weeks time. So I may not have something for you when you contact me, but I would go through the process with you, helping you to understand more about this location, the developer, the project as a whole, and then when you're ready, we will help you to secure a lot. Now, if you would like to know more about this project, you know what to do. Send me a message on WhatsApp or drop me an email, and we'll set up an appointment for you quickly. So thank you for watching my video and hope you enjoy it. See you next time.